Well, meanwhile, Texas is vowing to get tough on those looking to profit from the disaster. Price gougers and looters could face heavy penalties and even jail time. Joining us now for more on that, Ken Paxton, who is the Attorney General of the Lone Star State. Attorney General, welcome.
Thank you.
You know, it's so heartless at this time to have people take advantage of victims. What type of cases are you seeing?
So it varies. We've dealt with water, we've dealt with fuel, we've dealt with food, we've dealt with hotel rooms, a lot of things that people need right now that are in crisis. And those are the things we focus on, the things that people need right now and they can't really live without. So that's been our focus over the last 6-7 days.
And what type of penalties could they face? What type of investigation do you do on this?
Yes, so the legislature is taking this very seriously. They passed the law. I'm merely implementing it. $20,000 per occurrence, so you can be fined up to $20,000 per occurrence. If you do this to somebody 65 and older, you can be fined up to $250,000. So, you know, we're taking this seriously. When we get these complaints, and we are getting them over the internet, we're getting pictures sent to us, people are calling our hotline. When we get these complaints, we send out our law enforcement guys to go investigate these. Now, some of them are in places that are shut down right now, so we can't get to them. But when they're back open, we'll be down there.
So someone can actually take a picture on your iPhone and send it to you guys?
Absolutely. We've gotten pictures of, you know, people selling cases of water for $100. We've gotten pictures of people charging $20 a gallon for gasoline. So it's very helpful to us. Given that we have this technology, it's been greatly helpful to us in tracking this down. And
there's some brazen reports that we have. ICE says, for example, that there have been fake federal agents, people coming into your house, claiming they're from the federal authorities, that you have to evacuate your house. Then they go rob your house.
Yeah, it's horrible. Fortunately, you know, we have so many great volunteers in Texas, hundreds of people risking their lives to save people that are, you know, in desperate situations. But we have had some of those incidences, and what I would tell people is, you know, verify that they have the right documentation. Do not leave your house unless you're absolutely sure that you've got the right people in front of you.
And there have been some very sporadic and basically rare examples of looting. About 40 people arrested in Harris County. You know, a brick through a Walgreens window, another Food Mart liquor store when they grab liquor and cell phones and this sort of thing. Has the curfew helped?
I think it has. You know, look, it's frustrating when you're trying to focus on saving lives and you have to deal with looters. It's you know, it's extremely frustrating, but I don't think we've had that many instances of it. I think we might see more as the waters recede, because it's even hard for the looters to get around and loot houses given the difficulty of dealing with floodwaters. But that is an issue I think we're going to have to deal more with as the water recedes.
And there's also this debate on social media about, you know, the difference between looting and maybe having to take an essential, like food, just basic food during a hurricane. I mean, does law enforcement, you know, see any differentiation between that, between people trying to go in and grab a TV set or booze versus, you know, if trying to get some food?
Look, there's always discretion with law enforcement. They have to make these decisions. They have to make these decisions based on the facts that they see. And if somebody's just trying to get water or food to survive, that's a whole different deal than somebody coming into your house to steal everything you have. So, you know, most of our law enforcement people have great minds. They have good discretion. They just need to think before they arrest somebody. And if somebody's just getting what they need, I don't think you're going to have much problem with law enforcement.
And finally, you made a great point. I mean, the extent of this damage, of the horrendous scope of this catastrophe, you frankly really do not have very many examples of this.
No, this, you know, Texas, we get more natural disasters, I think, than any other state. We have hurricanes, we have tornadoes, we have floods. We deal with this all the time. We're actually very good at dealing with this. We have a history of being able to handle this. This is epic. This is nothing like we've ever seen. 6 or 7 days straight of flooding and storms is really remarkable. And I do have to say the federal government, Donald Trump, our governor, have done an amazing job. And if you think about the number of lives that they've saved and how few people have perished given the length of this storm and the severity, you know, we don't want to lose anybody, but it has been amazing, the effort and the coordination with our state, local, and federal government.
Yeah, sadly, Rita had over 100 deaths, and you do have a point about that, and this will continue. Good to see you. I'm sorry under these circumstances. You know, our thoughts and our hearts are with you and the people.
Keep us in your prayers. Thank you.
We do.